Alright, so today we're taking a look at 10 incredible games that, in my opinion, are even better than movies. Now, don't get me wrong, I love movies, but video games? They're on a whole different level when it comes to immersion storytelling and action. So let's get started then. Let's start this off with Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, and man, what a ride this game is. The moment you step into Nathan Drake's shoes, you're not just watching an adventure, you're living it. While I've always loved those Indiana Jones-style treasure hunts on the big screen, what makes Uncharted 4 so much better is that it pulls you into every puzzle, every high-octane chase scene, and every emotional moment. The cinematic set pieces like that car chase or the ship graveyard battle feel like scenes ripped straight out of the biggest Hollywood blockbusters. But where the game really shines is in its storytelling. Watching Nathan Drake wrestle with his past, his relationship with his brother Sam, and his future with Elena makes the narrative hit home in a way that action movies rarely do. It's not just about the explosions and treasure hunts, it's about finding peace after a life of chaos, and that emotional payoff, you feel it.
No! Nate! Go, go! Oh God! Don't look back, just run! Don't stop! Keep running! Right behind you!
Nate! Move your ass, let's go! Come on, get up!
Thanks, Captain Avery.
Next up, we've got Rise of the Tomb Raider, and let me just say, no movie version of Lara Croft has ever come close to what this game delivers. The Tomb Raider films are fun, sure, but this game takes it to a whole new level. It's more than just flashy action, it's a journey of survival and self-discovery for Lara. You can feel the stakes rising as you battle harsh environments, face down enemies, and uncover ancient mysteries. What sets Rise of the Tomb Raider apart from the films is that you're actually in control of these epic moments. There's nothing quite like solving a tomb's complex puzzles or that feeling of satisfaction when you uncover an ancient artifact. It's like being part of your own personal adventure movie, but with the kind of depth that Hollywood just can't deliver. And let's not forget, the visuals here are stunning. Each snowy mountain, dark tomb, and dense forest feels alive.
I'll go look. Watch your back. It's an arrow. Something's going on.
Have they started operations up at the cathedral?
Any minute now. Flew in some heavy equipment less than an hour. Anna's up there already. She thinks they'll find the Atlas inside.
I thought the survey team reported there was nothing.
Now I've got to talk about Spider-Man 2. The MCU movies are amazing, no question, but Spider-Man 2, this game made me feel like I was Spider-Man in ways no movie ever could. Swinging through New York City, it's exhilarating. You feel every rush of wind, every sense of momentum, and the fluidity of it all is something a movie can never replicate. What really hit me, though, was the depth of the story. Peter Parker's dual life, balancing his responsibilities as a superhero with his personal struggles, gets explored in a way that feels even more real than what you see on the big screen. And the villains? They aren't just bad guys to be beaten. There's this emotional depth to them, particularly in the way Peter interacts with them, and you really start to understand the burden he carries. This game brought the cinematic Spider-Man experience home in a way I didn't think was possible.
What's the plan? Keep him busy! I got an idea! Oh, crap. Still angry after all these years, Marco? You should try yoga! Must be more of a Pilates guy. was your idea? Never said it was a good one.
Moving on, let's talk about God of War 2018. Now this game hit me hard. I've always been a fan of Kratos' brutal action in the original games, but this reboot took things in such a different direction, one that was both more intimate and more powerful. Sure, there's still the blood-pumping combat and massive, larger-than-life enemies, but it's the story that elevates it beyond a typical action game or movie. The relationship between Kratos and his son Atreus is the heart of this game, and their dynamic is what makes it special. Kratos, this once vengeful god, now grapples with fatherhood, with learning patience, with trying to raise a son in a world that's constantly trying to tear them apart. It's the kind of emotional arc you rarely get to see in games, let alone in movies. And because you're right there with them, guiding them through their journey, it makes every moment feel that much more personal. Alright, now let's get to The Last of Us Part 1. I know there's been a lot of buzz around the TV adaptation, and it's great, but nothing compares to actually playing through Joel and Ellie's story yourself. The raw emotion, the tension of survival, and the heartbreaking moments just hit harder when you're in control. As much as I love watching great stories on screen, this game is proof that playing through a story makes you feel everything so much more deeply. The post-apocalyptic world is brutal, and the game forces you to make tough choices in ways movies can't. Every fight, every escape, every quiet moment of character bonding, it's all on you. And that makes the emotional weight of the ending something you can't easily shake off. There's just no passive watching here, you're fully in it, and that makes this game stand tall above most apocalyptic films or shows. If you're into psychological thrillers, then Alan Wake 2 is a must-play. The first Alan Wake felt like a love letter to Stephen King and classic horror films, but Alan Wake 2, it goes even deeper into the madness. This game is like playing through a psychological horror movie, except you're not just sitting on the edge of your seat, you're living every mind-bending twist and turn. What I love about this game is how it messes with your perception of reality. You're never quite sure what's real and what's part of Alan's twisted mind, and that makes the experience far more intense than just watching a thriller unfold on screen. The atmosphere, the tension, the creeping dread, it all wraps around you in a way that a movie just can't. It's an experience that sticks with you long after you put down the controller.
He's too fast.
Ghost of Tsushima is a love letter to samurai films, but let me tell you, it's so much more than that. This game lets you step into the role of Jin Sakai as he battles with both external foes and internal conflicts about honor and survival. The visuals are stunning, and it feels like you're walking through a living, breathing Akira Kurosawa film. But what elevates this game beyond movies is the way it lets you shape the story. You can choose to fight with honor or embrace the path of the ghost. This kind of personal choice adds layers to the narrative that a film could never achieve. Plus, the combat is hands down some of the most satisfying I've ever played. Whether you're taking on foes in duels or sneaking through enemy camps, the intensity of the battles makes you feel like you're part of a samurai legend. Now, I know Cyberpunk 2077 had a rough start, but after all the updates, it's become an absolute masterpiece. When it comes to world building, Night City is unmatched. It's gritty, it's vibrant, and it's full of life. Watching a sci-fi movie set in a dystopian future is one thing, but living in one through this game, that's something else entirely. What makes Cyberpunk 2077 better than most movies in this genre is how it lets you shape the world around you. Your choices matter, whether you're upgrading your body with cyberware, choosing who to trust, or deciding how to deal with corrupt corporations. The narrative is packed with moments that force you to reflect on the cost of power, identity, and survival in a broken world. And Keanu Reeves as Johnny Silverhand, absolute win.
On behalf of the staff of the Independent California Motel, I wish you all sweet dreams.
Next, we've got the Resident Evil 4 remake. Now, this is a game that proves horror is so much scarier when you're in control. The original Resident Evil 4 was already iconic, but this remake cranks everything up to 11. The tension, the atmosphere, the sheer terror, it's all there but with modern-day polish that makes it feel more immersive than ever. Watching a horror movie can definitely get your heart racing, but playing through this game, the fear is so much more intense because you have to survive. You're the one managing ammo-solving puzzles and facing down terrifying enemies. It's a masterclass in survival horror, and no movie can replicate the constant pressure of staying alive that this game delivers. Alright, we can't talk about games better than movies without mentioning Red Dead Redemption 2. This game isn't just an epic western, it's a masterpiece of storytelling, atmosphere, and emotional depth. Honestly, it's like being dropped into the middle of one of the greatest western films ever made, but the difference is you're the one shaping the story. The world of Red Dead Redemption 2 is so immersive it feels like every single detail was crafted to make you believe you're living in the late 1800s. From the sprawling sun-soaked plains to the rugged mountains, every corner of this world feels alive and filled with history. The thing that blows me away, though, is the character of Arthur Morgan. He's not just a gunslinging outlaw, he's complex, he's flawed, and his journey is deeply personal. As the story unfolds, you're pulled into this web of loyalty, regret, and redemption in a way that no movie could ever achieve. I think what makes this game better than even the best Western films is how deeply it makes you feel. By the end of Arthur's journey, I was emotionally wrecked. The choices I made, the relationships I built, and the consequences of my actions all added up to a story that felt uniquely mine. Movies are great for telling stories, but Red Dead Redemption 2 lets you live one, and that's what makes it a gaming experience that no film can touch.
I'm gonna let fly at those sons of bitches! Don, I need you to stay calm. Get down here now! You inbred trash!
What the hell do you want?
Easy, John. We've come for the boy. You must have known we would.
Shouldn't have messed with our business now, should you?
Whatever complaint you have with us, alleged or otherwise, that is a young boy. That is not the way you do things. Hand him over.
Get the hell off our land!
If you ain't gonna be civilized about this.
Son of a bitch!
Alright, so these are 10 games that in my opinion go beyond what even the best movies can offer. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more gaming content. And let me know in the comments which game you think beats even the best Hollywood movies. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.